Good morning, free folk. And oh boy. So it's November 30th, and it looks like we're going to close this month out a little bit ugly. A wee bit ugly. We had a sell off, the damn socialists. Was sold off into the evening. So the news is kind of pumping fears of the vaccine and things like that. Vaccine fears and vaccine production fears and things of that nature. I don't know if I really find that to be the case. I'm thinking, um, I think it was the EU's inflation was really exorbitant, pretty high, like 4.9% or something like that. And I think that sent a little shockwave in. Um, I was kind of expecting a retrace of the retrace today. So actually, let me just show that on the chart so anybody watching knows what I'm talking about. Think. So here's the daily move down. Then we came back and we put a retrace in. We did about the 50% mark. And then I figured we would come down and do another 50% and be around the 630 range today. The sell-off is a little more aggressive. We still have time, and we've seen these things uh, buy into the open. And I would like to see that. I mean, I would like to see that buy into the open. And, down 30 would make good sense to me. So we're looking at, here's the 30-minute on the futures, and it looks like it might be bottoming out a little bit. You got to watch this bar, see if it breaks here. I mean, the momentum was still negative right here, but it looks like it's kind of moving up a little bit. But it's got to make a higher low and then break to the upside. I mean, there was very aggressive selling up in here. Could have been. Nah, I'm not even going to say it's profit taking. That's just trying to be too optimistic. It's fear. It's socialist fear, and we need the strength of the U.S. behind this market. And they're talking about taking steps to ease inflation. They're already talking about easing up on the tariffs. Why they didn't do that in the beginning? I mean, when we had this pandemic, I mean, that's when you put posturing and politics aside and you take whatever steps necessary to protect your economy and your people. And those steps weren't taken. I mean, I know China didn't live up to their agreement, but you were an idiot if you thought China was going to live up to their agreement. They never honor a thing they say. I mean, they're pirates and thieves. That's the short of the long. And liars. The government, the people are cool. So don't go out there and start beating up on Chinese people. Um, I was in aquaculture, and I did a lot of business with the Chinese folks, and they're just all about business, man. They're good, they're fun, they like to eat, and they're all about business. But the government just sucks. The government's disgusting. Their real government is the government of Taiwan, which everybody probably knows that that's the original government that was unseated back in the 40s and went over to Taiwan. So anyway, I digress once again. If I made any mistakes, just read Bendover's um, comments and he'll correct me with class too, not derogatory or condescending. He's a good dude. So anyway, okay, we're down 53 on the futures. Let's just look to see if there's a buy-in towards the open. I'd like to see that. It's a little disconcerting. So if we jump over to the S&P, what I'll be watching today is I'll be watching. I wish we would have broke this 20-day, and we're below the 8. That's unfortunate. And this is a 50 EMA, and so that's 45.73. That's really my support, and hopefully it honors that 50-day EMA. The simple moving average is a hell of a lot lower. It's about 45.31, and I don't want to start seeing that breakdown because then I got targets at like 44.85 and 43.75 and things like that. So I don't want to see all that, especially coming into Christmas, man. We need that Christmas rally. I think this is just spooking some weak sisters out of the Christmas rally. But this is a good dip. I'll take this dip. I mean, I don't really want to see that. I don't want to see that this week. I mean, we're down 45, bounce off. We'll stay within the Keltner channel. That all seems very reasonable. The Keltner channel is widening, so it's showing us a little volatility. I mean, this bar was an anomaly, so we'll have to look at the momentum. I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, you could argue a bear flag here, and if it goes down, tests this low, and then retraces a failed bear flag, and we could begin our march up again. So, I mean, on the market, the short of the long is really we got to watch and see what the open is. I would look for a buy-in on the futures into the open. That would give me a little more confidence on the day. I was really expecting some consolidation this week, so we could still have that. I mean, down 50, we should open right around where my crosshair is. So we should open really right somewhere around the Keltner, a little below the Keltner, and I think we're going to open up at the Keltner. And if we stay within this range, I mean, this is my greatest expectation for the day or for the rest of the week is that we stay in that range right there and we consolidate sideways. And because we got Fed talking tonight, I think we had Fed talking a little bit last night. We have non-farm on Friday, so we may have a very aggressive consolidation in here. We're going to have to watch it. We break yesterday's lows, not yesterday's lows, Friday's lows, and it could be a problem. But hopefully nobody panics, man. There's no reason for this. There's nothing new developing as far as the Omicron virus. Or let's just call it COVID. COVID 5. Nothing developing there. Pharmaceuticals are all confident they could work this out. They're confident that the oral medication are going to be very effective. So we have treatment for this thing. So this is just ridiculous. The conversations should be about economics. I think the biggest threat we have right now is the December 3rd deadline to fund the government. They need to pass a bill to fund the government, and that's what we should be looking for. So, okay, I can go on and on about this. If anybody wants to hear me babble, see if I can get a stream up today, and I'll spend the day babbling. Believe it or not, I have the same conversation whether I'm streaming or not. I just have it with myself or with you good folks. So remember, stay calm, cool, be at peace when you trade, and good luck trading.